Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Three Moons Gaming, where we build things in Minecraft. Now, I will say this to my loyal followers, how grateful I am for you and how much you mean to me. I know that for some of us it's, a normal thing to get on here and record and share our builds and stuff. So tonight we're going to be building a central tower location, something, it's not rather large, but it's large in size, so to speak, and it's going to be an exciting time because we get to build this and we get to see how it's going to look when we're done. And this would be like I guess a central tower that you'd put in the center of your say your little town square. You have a town square and you kind of want one sort of off to the side of the town square so that the town square is always under protection of some sort. It's not going to be left alone to flounder if somebody decides to attack your village. So we're going to get started on that right now, and we're going to work our way through building that very same building. So let's clear out all this stuff here. And let's go ahead and gather some of the materials I know that we're going to need right off the bat. And we're going to need oak fencing. We're going to need that. Okay. I know that right off bat because it's just something that I remember putting into this schematic. And yes, this is a schematic that I created. It's a building that I just slapped together. I don't know how well everybody's going to take it, but it is a building that I slapped together. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to our building area here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to ground level. And yes, I was flying then. Now this schematic or this build is going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be a real fast build because it is what it is, okay? One more solid row. Could have stayed there, but not at this particular time. I want it. Well, that's off somewhere. I'll figure out where I made my mistake at. There we go. Real simple fix. Okay, now that's layer 1 out of a grand total of 23 layers that we're going to be working on. And layer 2 is going to be a little bit more fun because it's going to be just a hair bit different, but not by much. Stone. I'm going to turn the gain down on this just a hair because it sounds like it's picking up a lot of background noise, and I do apologize for that. I gotta make sure I'm doing this exactly right here. 1, 2, 3, Okay, so it's supposed to be a 5 by 5 square in the middle. Something's wrong here. No, it's going to be on this side, but something is wrong. Okay, I'm about ready to tear this one all the way down. This one's going to be a little bit of complication here. We got that side wrong, this side's right, looks like this side is wrong. It's supposed to be a 5 by 5 square in the middle, and apparently it's not turning out to be a 5 by 5 square. It's turning out to be some odd number that doesn't work out well with what we're doing. These don't have to be there, but they can be there if you want them there. Let's see, 3, 2 of them. Would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, this side over here is off by 1. Okay, we're going to start from scratch all over again. Yeah, this build may take a little bit of time. Like I said, it is a rather big build, so it may be taking us a little bit of time to get this one correct here. Okay, there we go. Now that looks correct. That wasn't too hard to correct. That's just a little bit of wasted time. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4, 4, 4. Okay. There's that. That's second layer done. And technically on the second layer I'm supposed to fill in 1, 2, 3. Because if you go look up the schematics on Minecraft-schematics.com, you'll see that it really only had one full entrance. But I showed you this so that you know you can take those out and make another entrance way into this. Now let's go to level 3. So that's level 3. Level 4 is going to be exactly the same with only one minor difference. And you'll see that difference in just a moment. And there's the difference. And the whole reason the difference is there is because we're going to wind up putting a door here. And this is how we get into our building. Now comes the fun part. Okay, that's layer 5. Now we go with layer 6. And layer 6 is where it changes just a little bit. We go 1, 2, 3. Oh man, this is going to be so exciting when we get done building this thing. And I do apologize, it is a little bit bigger than the normal builds that I do. Normally my builds are real short and not as time consuming. but I don't want to deprive somebody the ability to watch this all the way through and see what the finished product is going to look like. Rather than showing somebody what it was going to look like this time, I figured let's just build it all the way through and see if anybody wants to watch see if anybody will watch the video all the way through. And that's what we're going to do next. Is we're going up to 7. Remember, I said there's only 23 levels, so we're already at level 7 out of 23. So we are doing wonderful with our time and everything like that. We are doing wonderful. So for the next several levels, we are going to be the exact same thing. The beauty of this is that once we get started on it, it should go pretty quickly for us. That's layer 7, layer 8. Is exactly the same as 7. You know, sometimes you can build things, like if you wanted to build a tower, you know, you can build towers out of fire, but there's always a downfall to building with fire. Is sometimes you don't get all the fire put out and you'll have fire hidden between the walls. And if you're coming back and you say, well, I want to add something to my building, and you break a wall out, you may get suddenly on fire with some lava. So that was number 8. Number 9. As I said, this is a very big build, ladies and gentlemen. And as in keeping with my standard rule, this is a family channel. It is safe for children, because that's the whole goal of this channel, is to provide children with build ideas. Okay, so that was layer number 9. Layer 10 is exactly the same. And we're starting to move along pretty quickly here. That's number 11 out of 23. And we're going to go back to 12 now. That's number 12. Now we're going to go to lucky number 13, which means after we complete 13, we only have 10 more layers to go. To me, this is where the fun is. Okay, there's lucky number 13 done. Now we'll go to 14, which will be identical. There's layer 14 done. Now on layer 15, which will be identical again. Not until we get up high that we Okay, that's layer 15. Now comes the fun layer. We get to add some different stones in here. Okay, we'll go right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's layer number 16 out of 23. Now comes the other semi-fun part. Well, I think it's semi-fun. Now, if we back away and take a look at that, it's starting to take shape. That's really good, and that was layer number 17. There's 6 more levels to go, and we'll have this bad boy completed. Now we're moving to level 19. Okay, there's level 19 done. Here comes level 20, which is going to be real easy to do. So let me look at that again. Okay, so that's level 20. Here comes level 21. And now 22 and 23. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we are done building what I consider to be a pretty good sized tower, which inside of your village, if you had something like this in your village, you would have the ability to connect this to walls or whatever and just run into here and go up staircases or whatever. Use this as an armory in the middle of your building, or use it as a barracks, whatever you wanted to do. And you can come up here, you can floor this off, different floor level. I just figured this would be an interesting build to build. I don't know where or why I came up with this, but I sat around the other day and was bored and came up with a rather different looking tower. I figured that'd be a central mass inside of a village. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for watching today. I want to also remind you that you are special, you are needed right here. If you have not joined my community, please go ahead and smash that like button and smash the subscribe button so that you'll be able to get notified of any of my future releases. Again, I want to say thank you, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.